Hello guys, this is Khalil Ahmed from Millennium Immigration Canada. There is a big update in Canadian immigration programs. So those Canadian permanent residents or citizens who wants to bring their parents or grandparents to Canada, so they have a good news that this program is going to be started on October 13. So to apply for your parents or grandparents, there is a form which is called interest to sponsor form. So you can submit an online interest to sponsor form. The link is there on the Canadian government websites between October 13, 2020 at 12 p.m. and November 3, 2020 at 12 p.m. So it will start from October 13 right at 12 o'clock 12 p.m. and it will be ended up right on November 3 at 12 p.m. So you have guys this time, between these times you can fill out this interest to sponsor form. I have put the sample of this form here. So this is just for to understand what is this form is. So the actual form will be downloaded by the IRCC. So just wait for that, and it will be downloaded on this website, and you guys can access to this form and fill it up and send to IRCC. And then in this way they will choose 10,000 applicants, and then when they will get invitation to apply, then they will have 60 days to submit a complete application to IRCC. These are not applications for the parents and grandparents itself, but rather this is an opportunity for people to express their interest in sponsoring their family members for Canadian immigration. So this is interest to sponsor form which a permanent resident or Canadian citizen has to fill up to sponsor their parents or grandparents. So I just put here the link here. If you click here, it will take to the government website. So here, when this form will be uploaded, is still not uploaded on this government website. When it will be uploaded, then you will guys find here. That will be most updated one. Just fill up and send it to the government, and that's it. When you will submit your form, then you will get invitation to apply from IRCC, and they will randomly select potential sponsors and send them an invitation to submit an application. Selected applicants will have up to 60 days to submit their completed sponsorship application. So the range for application acceptance, IRCC will accept a maximum of 10,000 applications in 2020. It will open a new intake of interest to sponsor process in 2021 to accept a total of 30,000 new applications. So altogether, until the end of 2021, IRCC will accept 40,000 parents and grandparents to come to Canada. Temporary public policy. So in this policy, IRCC is also introducing a temporary public policy that will reduce the income requirements for the 2020 tax year to the maximum necessary income rather than the minimum necessary income plus 30%. This is to accommodate those who have been negatively affected financially by the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, how will the 2020 parents and grandparents intake process works? So there are some steps. So for the common person, it's very important to understand how this process will work. So step one, potential sponsors indicate their interest through interest to sponsor form. So on its, the IRCC will post this interest to sponsor form on its websites for 3 weeks between October 13 on 12 p.m. and November 3, 2020 until 12 p.m. I already told that. Individuals with disabilities can also submit a paper copy. Braille means the technical writing system used by people who are visually impaired. And large print interest to sponsor form is also available. If you request IRCC, they can interest to sponsor form, then you can contact IRCC at 1-888-242-2100 or email the following address until November 3rd. So the email address is mentioned here. Okay, you can email them if you want the Braille or the large print interest to sponsor form. A random selection process then will be used to ensure the process is fair and all interested sponsors have an equal opportunity to submit an interest to sponsor form and a chance of being invited to apply. Step 2, invitations to apply will be sent to potential sponsors. IRCC will review all submissions, remove duplicate entries, and randomize the forms. So guys, no need to double their application forms, because they will understand that only one form will be acceptable. It will have one round of invitation to apply in 2020 with a maximum of 10,000 applications accepted for processing. Invitations issued by RCC are non-transferable. It means that if you are a specific person, then you cannot transfer for another person. Step 3 is applications are submitted. Potential sponsors who receive an invitation to apply, they will have 60 calendar days to submit their completed application. Okay, we should also know that who is eligible to sponsor family through parents and grandparents program. So the eligibility criteria is, you must be a Canadian citizen, the sponsor person must be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada or a registered First Nation in Canada, or sponsor must be at least 18 years of old. If less than 18, then he is not able to sponsor his parents and grandparents. So you must be living in Canada for your parents and grandparents. They must have enough money to support the people who they want to sponsor. Okay, you must have enough money. So in Quebec is a province of Canada, for the supporting sponsor family member, you have to sponsor your supporting family members for 10 years. Okay, and there is also a requirement for the sponsor's income. The person who is sponsoring the parents and grandparents, they have also required to meet the specific income requirement in the province of Quebec. The rest of Canada need to have enough financial means to support sponsored family members for 20 years, starting when they will become a permanent resident. Suppose if you are living outside of Quebec, in other provinces of Canada, and when you are applying sponsoring your parents or grandparents, then you have to meet their basics financial needs. Okay, food, shelter, and clothing, everything, medical medicines, for up to 20 years. And this 20 years period will start from the day when they will become a permanent resident. Undertaking, the sponsor who is sponsoring their parents or grandparents, they must have to sign undertaking with the government of Canada. It means that they will provide for the basic needs of the sponsored family member, the person who is being sponsored, and there the sponsored person will make every effort to support themselves. People will not be eligible. There are also some people who are not eligible to sponsor their parents or grandparents, such as people who are in jail, and then the people who got immigration loan or performance bonds and they didn't return back, and the court orders they received, they have to support their family members like a child support, and they didn't court orders, who declared bankruptcy and are not discharged. So this is a discharge certificate, something like that. So if you receive social assistance for a reason other than a disability, suppose if you are on disability, that is okay, then if you are taking government social assistance, then still you can sponsor your family members. But other than disability, if you are taking any social assistance from the government, then you cannot sponsor your family, because you cannot meet the income requirement. It means that you are also a burden on the social system of the government of Canada. So how can you support your family, your sponsored person financially? So it means that you are weak in a financial position. Then how can you support your family members? That's why you should not take a social assistance other than disability. Okay, did not give the financial support they agreed to when signing a sponsorship agreement to sponsor a relative in the past. Suppose if you sponsored somebody in the past, you had signed undertaking and you did not fulfill that financial responsibilities, then still in the past, or you're not eligible to sponsor your family members. Okay, were convicted of a violent criminal offense, any offense against a relative, or any sexual offense inside or outside Canada. So if any kind of violent criminal activities, if you are involved inside or outside Canada and that is proved, then you are also not eligible to sponsor your family members or to your parents or grandparents. And you cannot legally stay in Canada, and you must leave the country because they received a removal order. So removal order the government issues to the person who they want to send back. So if the removal order is issued, then you are not eligible. So you must have to leave the country. So it means that you are not here. So how can you bring somebody here on behalf of you? So guys, it was the end of the video. So you guys must be ready and wait till October 13, and the application will be downloaded right after 12 p.m. on October 13, and it will be closed on November 3 right after at 12 p.m. So these are the 3 weeks almost. So you guys have enough time to fill up your after 12 p.m. on October 13th, and it will be closed on November 3rd or November 3 right after at 12 p.m. So these are the 3 weeks almost. So you guys have enough time to fill up your interest to sponsor form.